projectile vomiting or something. I would basically give it a very light cleaning, which first guess would take me, almost 12 or 13 minutes just to get the grime off.
Okay.
If there was a desire to enhance the finish on the top where there's a disfigurement,
Right.
I would be disinclined to completely strip the top, but I may selectively remove and selectively enhance.
You want to take a look at the...
I'm not saying that it didn't have screwed in legs.
Well, I'm just giving you an opportunity to look at a different view, that's all.
Can I comment on that leg style? I mean, going back to spinet pianos, a lot of times spinet pianos were built with different leg styles.
Yeah.
So you could buy the same piano with a different leg style. So I'm wondering if they didn't simply have 3 different options to buy this desk with 3 different styles of leg.
Right, right. In my experience, I came out of the antique business where I did nothing but buying and selling furniture. And like I said, I have had quite a number of these exact same style desks go through my shop, and I bought them and I sold them, so I'm pretty familiar with them. And this is very common to me to have woods that turn differently than the primary mahogany on the top. These look like to me some type of a gum or soft maple. And they're just a commercial wood, good hardwood that would turn or mill very smoothly.
When you read the furniture manufacturing literature of the teens and the 20s, they were orgasmically excited with the advent of aniline dyes because they could make everything look red.
Exactly.
It didn't matter what it was; they could make everything look red. My approach to things, and some of you are familiar with this argument, is that finishes provide 3 functions on a piece. We're talking basically, there's no structural work that I could perceive. We're all talking about finish and presentation, and the finishes provide 3 functions. One of which is to provide some aesthetic presentation, how it looks.
Okay.
Second is it provides some level of protection. Third is it is a historical document of the object's history and association.
Okay.
I don't see any reason from those 3 arguments to take this finish off.
Okay.
The finish is old.
Right.
It looks old. It's fairly intact. I would leave it. If I had to enhance for purposes of utility that area in the top, I would.
Okay.
The treatment of this, not the documentation, not the picking up, not the schmoozing with the client, the treatment on this would take me 3.5 hours.
Okay. And so...
1,500.
Cleaning it, sure.
25. So that's a 3.5 hour project.
Okay. Would you be embarrassed to put a number on that for us now, just for
No, my shop rate's 150.
150. So
That's 525.
About 525.
And I would say this is a museum quality conservation treatment, period. And that treatment would be basically clean it, deal with the finish on top.
Okay.
If they wanted the finish, if they were going to use that finish as a food serving area, for example, in the dining room, then I'd say, okay, we gotta really address the issues of the finish durability on the top. That's a different question. That's a different treatment. We're just talking about consolidating, enhancing, cleaning. It's a memory item in the corner of the living room. That's all the treatment it needs. I would clean the surface. I would have to find out what that damaged area on the top. But it wouldn't take me very long to do enough enhancement of that to make it go. I finish it off with 2 coats of Mel's wax, and out the door she goes.
Very good. Cool. That's excellent.
The thing is, though, that the treatment part is really only about half of the expense of the project, because you got to photograph it, you got to write it up, you got to schmooze with the client.
Right.
If it's a client in Alexandria, that's an hour and 40-minute round trip at $150 an hour. If it's in Bethesda, that's a 2.5-hour trip. If it's in Gaithersburg, that's a 3.5-hour trip.
Right.
So I know that there have been threads about free deliveries, but I'm telling you, free delivery is a business killer.
I know.
It is a business killer.
I found that out too. So.
My job, when I deal with clients, although as some of you know, I don't seem to have private clients anymore. I must be too famous for that, but, you know, my meter starts running when my front door of my house closes. And it turns off when that door closes and I'm going in.
Okay.
I'm done.
Brother Mike, boss needs to say something.
There's two things, let Freddie wrap this up. What I'd like to do with everybody here before we go, somebody's gonna stand up on that stair landing, everybody else is gonna be over here, we're gonna take a big picture. We'd like to do this for a group, so please don't run out the door, we wanna take one big picture before everybody goes. I don't know who's taking it, somebody. And then Freddie, wrap this up.
Okay, y'all, what I'm hearing on this is that customer communication is so important. We got a wide range, $400 to $1,800. Okay, so you translate it to your time, whatever that is. But it seems like everybody here is successful in their own way. You would not be here if you were not. So anyway, I hope this has been informative for you. All right, who's, how do we get the picture? Well,